Welcome into Intentional Lounging, brought to you by Better and Green. The boys are back with a mock draft episode. We love doing this every year. You see a lot of mock drafts right now out on YouTube, so we're going to mix it up, make this one a little bit more fun to watch. Everybody gets 3 special moves. You can block a player from being picked, you can steal a pick, or there's a bonus card. A little bonus play that anybody can play at any time. We do not know each other's tricks, so it'll be an exciting episode. The 2025 draft is coming up very soon. Titans with the first pick, and Wyatt is kicking off the episode. So Wyatt, I believe last time we did it, or at least 2 years ago, you were spot on about Bryce Young. And everything you said was like you're from the future. Can you do it again?
Yeah, I'm still a Bryce Young believer. I believe this is probably going to be a breakout season. But with the first overall pick of the 2025 NFL draft, the Tennessee Titans select a quarterback for the 8th consecutive year in a row. Will he be good? Absolutely not. The bust of the century, Cam Ward, going to the Titans.
Cam Ward, bust of the century.
This is the year, though. They finally get it done.
Bust.
They finally picked their. I mean, seriously, is that 4 quarterbacks in a row from them? Feel at least 3.
Man.
Willis, Levis.
Speaking of busting, that guy was busted on the field a couple times. Man, we got some photos of that. Mr. Mayo himself.
Good God.
How about let's go to the Browns out in Cleveland. Once again, another team that's just kind of always trash picking in the top. Usually picking quarterbacks. The top quarterback is gone, so we're going to go with the most talented guy on the roster that can play both ways because Lord knows they need the help. Browns are taking Travis Hunter, cornerback / wide receiver out of Colorado.
What do you think he's going to play? Wide receiver or corner? Or is he just truly going to play both?
I think he's going to do both, but I think he'll do cornerback pretty much all the snaps and wide receiver packages.
Well, I'm going to come out firing right away. I'm going to use the block on Travis Hunter on you here.
Okay.
That seems like a very Giants pick. It's a Browns pick too, but seems very fitting for the Giants. So I'm going to block that one, Ben, and make you repick number 2 here.
Actually, that's a good strategy. Now I know to block the person before you so you can steal. Okay, let's go Abdul Carter. If I have to make another pick, taking a talented edge rusher to go with Myles Garrett, I believe making $40 million a year now. So I'm not staying. Like they said, well, I will pay you literally the most money. And he said, all right, fine.
It'd be funny if I didn't even draft what's his face here, Travis Hunter, just let him fall and let his paycheck fizzle out. But it just seems like such a Giants move here to add a Swiss Army knife, Travis Hunter, who's probably going to play receiver alongside with, I don't know, all the guys that they've had in the past, the Kenny Galladays, the Kadarius Tonys. He's probably going to match up really well with guys like that. So we'll go Travis Hunter for the Giants' 3rd overall.
Love it.
With the 4th overall pick, the New England Patriots with their new coach and promising young quarterback are going to go offensive line and taking Will Campbell, the LSU tackle, I believe. Yes, LSU tackle.
Are you concerned about his arm length? I can't touch his knees while standing up.
No. Nope.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, dude. The ape index is how long your arms are compared to your body.
He actually can't touch his knees? Or you made that up?
Bro, you stand up and try to touch your knees. You know how long your arms have to be?
I got long arms.
Actually, I believe that you might be able to. Me, not a chance. Let's see. I have the Jaguars next. Jags, I think that they just need to do something about that defense. So I'm going to give them Mason Graham out of Michigan to really beef up that defensive line.
Stud muffin.
The first Michigan man off the board.
Are you worried about his height? He's a little bowling ball.
Yeah, I'm not, dude. He's like the Scam Cataboo. Or Scam Cataboo. Cam Scataboo.
Well, next on the clock is another really just great franchise overall, the Las Vegas Raiders. And I feel like burying them too, along with the Giants. I think they see Bijan, Jameer Gibbs in past drafts. Think we can't pass up Ashton Genty, another what's the word I'm looking for? Generational running back on the board here. So they could use help all over the field. Probably not at running back as much as some other positions, but they're going to take him. Ashton Genty, Boise State running back.
I almost stole that pick so I could take Ginty, but I thought, you know what? I think Ethan's going to give him to him. But question for you, though. Are you sure they don't go 3 straight years of tight end with the first round pick?
They could. They might just start trading back until it makes more sense to take tight end and take a third.
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to another historic franchise with no idea what they're doing at Q. The New York Jets, 7th overall. I have them taking the safe pick. Offensive tackle, once again, going to have some trouble with its name. Armand Membu from Missouri, offensive tackle.
I like that pick. That guy is, like, his ceiling is so high. Too bad he's going to the Jets, man.
Yeah. The
But
ceiling was high.
Yeah. Hey, if Brees is running behind him, there's a chance it might be at least a little better.
I hear he's on the trade block.
Oh, gosh. Rest in peace, my fantasy teams, if that's true. A team that doesn't normally pick this high in the draft, the Carolina Panthers. Once again, like, there's so many needs for this team, but I feel like the Panthers, they just need to do something about that defense. They just get eaten up by every single team they play. I think we're going to go Jalen Walker out of Georgia.
All righty. Well, that brings me to the New Orleans Saints. And yeah, why don't we give it up for the Panthers, actually? They're picking like almost out of the top 10.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
good
doubt.
for them. Good for them. Saints, same division here, same terrible season. Should I bury them too? Shadur?
It makes too much sense.
Sure. Shadur Sanders gonna come in. Derek Carr might be out for the year. So Shadur will come in, win them 4 games, and probably get his jersey retired next year.
Doesn't he have to change his color scheme, though? Keep the socks, buddy.
True.
Oh, that brings us to the 10th overall pick, which is the Chicago Bears. The
Super Bowl champs.
I am gonna with Chicago. They are only focused on offense with their new and improved QB here. I'm gonna go tight end. I'm gonna go Tyler Warren, tight end out of Penn State, heading to Chicago. I do think Loveland's better, but I think they're gonna make the wrong pick and pick Warren there.
That sounds like a Bears thing to do. Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah. When Cole Kmet, I think, is a fine tight end.
Absolutely he is. But once again, if you want more mock drafts from us, they are on our social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Bears taking Tyler Warren in the latest mock draft too. 49ers, the team that just goes from Super Bowl competitors to obscurity right back to being Super Bowl contenders. Interesting spot. I've seen a lot of different people mock to them. It feels a little weird to take another like defensive player here. Also, with their offensive tackle getting older, they might be looking to beef up that offensive line. I do think they go defense though, and I will have them taking, let's go Derek Harmon out of Oregon.
Well, that brings me to the Dallas Cowboys picking 12th. Man, I don't even know what they could use here. I'm stumped on this one. I'm stumped on this play. I want to go receiver. I don't know if I want to go. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that. All right. I'm going to go with the experts on this one, and I'm going to give them McMillan out of Arizona. But just to put myself on record, I do think Emeka Egbuka is going to be the class of this receiver draft.
I agree.
But I'll trust the experts this time.
I'm a little skeptical about Tet myself.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to the 13th, Miami. Good God. I think they gotta keep protecting Fingers there in the backfield with his concussion issues. So I'm gonna go once again offensive line, and then it's just your kind of pick here. I'm gonna go with the Buckeye, unfortunately, Josh Simmons out of Ohio State, offensive tackle for Miami.
I love that pick. All right, Colts. They're all over the place. I might get blocked here, but I think that they just need more weapons for AR. I'll give them Colston Loveland. I saw they had like 500 yards of tight end yardage last season, which is horrible. So I think they really need a lot of help there. Colston Loveland. Wyatt, you said you thought he was probably the best tight end in the draft. I think the Colts getting him at 14 would be ecstatic.
So say, for example, I want that guy for a certain team. Do I have to wait to my turn, or do I have to wait till that team's up, or does it have to be directly after?
It has to be directly after.
Okay. So he's donezo for me.
He's
You
done.
have a superpower.
I do have a superpower. Okay. I'm fine at the moment.
Okay. Okay. Then to Ethan.
All right. That brings me to an interesting pick with the Atlanta Falcons on the clock. I feel like they have a decent amount of needs. It's going to be a weird year for them with Big Penix Energy taking over that starting QB spot. But I think they're going to focus on defense here. I'm going to give them an edge rusher, more pass rush. Let's give them Michael Williams out of Georgia. Doesn't have to go far. Hometown boy.
I like it.
Fan favorite.
16th overall, we are going to Arizona. Good God, Arizona, like a very forgettable team in the last couple seasons, especially this year. The safe pick, I think I'm just going to keep going with my big boys. I think I'm going to go offensive line once again. I'm going to go with Kelvin Banks, tackle, Texas. Keep hiding the little Murray in the backfield, I think is going to be Arizona's plan.
I like that pick with Banks falling, man. Let's see. How about for the Bengals? I mean, if you didn't watch last season, you know the Bengals need defense in such a bad way. Burrow, one of the meme recaps he throws for like 6,000 yards and a loss. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter what they do on offense. It's just not enough with the way the defense is bleeding. I think they need an edge rusher. I'm not as high on this guy as a lot of other people are, but I guess I'll take Mike Green out of Marshall.
We are. I like it.
Thanks, sir.
Don't know much about him, but I watched a little bit of his film earlier today. Does look like he has the body for it. So,
yeah.
I kind of hope he falls to Detroit.
Yeah.
Kind of hoping.
I mean, it's possible. That's small school, though. Who was watching Marshall games this year?
Randy Moss.
Randy.
All right, that brings me to another very interesting pick. The Seattle Seahawks, who think they have their guy in Sam Darnold. I hate to tell them they probably don't, especially with no more DK, no more Lockett. They could go any.
I'm going to use my special superpower right now.
Use it.
I'm gonna send it over to you. You guys will enjoy this based on what I did this weekend. I'm gonna use trench warfare.
Okay.
It has to be an offensive lineman.
Wow.
There goes the best off the board then. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see if there's anyone.
Protect old Sammy boy.
Yeah. They think that's going to help them. I don't know. All right, let's go with don't know anything about this guy. Gray Zabel, North Dakota State.
Yep.
He's supposed to be pretty good.
I like it. I'm actually
superpower.
I'm actually going to block
Thank
that pick.
Oh.
So now I have to find another lineman.
Yep. Unfortunately. A double whammy.
He's like, I want to spend 5 seconds on Seattle. Now here I am.
I might have to use my super special power and just block the whole damn thing. Or maybe I'll just use my power to give it over to you, Wyatt. You can pick for him. Let's see here. Let's go with. All right, let's go with an inside, a little guard action here. We'll go Tyler Booker, Alabama.
Nice.
Yep. I like it. That then means the team that just blocked the Tampa Bay Bucks at 19 will take Gray Zabel from North Dakota State.
Okay.
I guess I could have stole him. Would have worked the same. But they really want him. He's a North Dakota guy. He's going there.
You guys remember is it Cody Mock, the other like North Dakota State guy?
With like the massive dude.
Yeah, it looks like he like crawled out of a tundra somewhere.
Yeah.
Like,
I
where
have
do
his
they find
rookie
these North
autograph.
Dakotans?
I hope that dude goes off.
Dude's a monster, bro. I hope Zabel is too. The Broncos. Denver Broncos. You know what? They shipped out Javonte Williams. I still had a little bit of hope for him. They don't. I don't think that either of the guys that got there, Estime and McLaughlin, are really worth much. Not much more than backups, at least. So I will take Omarion Hampton out of North Carolina. Running back.
I'm going to swap my 2 picks. I'm going to move Minnesota up to this pick and drop Pittsburgh down to where Minnesota is picking. And I don't know how this guy's gotten overlooked. I'm going to take Will Johnson, corner out of Michigan.
Yep, I like
for
that.
Minnesota.
Ding, 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 superpower, Los Angeles Chargers, through his great coaching strategy, his great deal making. Jim Harbaugh, has made a trade with the Indianapolis Colts, and they are swapping Colston Loveland. Will give them some cash, but now, unfortunately, the Colts are back on the clock. Which I believe was Ben's pick.
Was that mine? Yeah. Okay, so the Colts are back on the clock. No Loveland. Oh man. Oh, then I think I have to. I was really wanting this guy to fall to my guys. I'm gonna give them Josh Connerly Jr. out of Oregon. I think he's definitely the best offensive lineman left on the board. And then I am back on the clock here. Packers need that defensive help. I mean, they can't just keep stacking wide receivers. I'm going to give them Jahdae Barron out of Texas.
What position was that?
Cornerback.
Okay.
And that brings me to Pittsburgh, who has traded back. They're going to go with a reach here. We're going to give him a quarterback. We're going to give him Jalen Milroe.
Ooh.
Little flashes of Ben Roethlisberger in his earlier days in his career. They're going to, if they can't sign Rodgers, they're going to hope Milroe's the guy. We're going to give it to him. Milroe out of Bama.
Interesting. Hopefully they don't play Michigan. That brings us to the 25th spot with the Houston Texans. Another team, I think, very similar thought process to the Bears. Just keep reloading on offense until you can't anymore. And why not reload a quarterback with his old wide receiver? Ethan already had high praise for this young man earlier. I will give the Houston Texans at 25, Emeka, Ibuka, whatever his name is. Can't beat Michigan out of Ohio State.
I love it. I love it, dude. I was so ready to block that one if you said any of the other receivers or offensive positions. All right, Rams. Devontae Adams led Rams. Puka Nacua led Rams.
Cooper
It seems
Kupp.
like they.
Nope.
I know. Dude,
Weird.
Seattle up there with Sammy D. I'm going to go on defense. We haven't taken a linebacker yet. He's super talented. It's going to be Jihad Campbell from Alabama.
Okay.
Might have to change that first name, though, coming into the league.
And that brings up Baltimore here. Baltimore is going to go defense, try to get back to the old Baltimore ways of when they actually won a Super Bowl. And let's go with Shamar Stewart, edge out of A&M.
That brings us to the Detroit Lions. At 28th, they're going to go defense. The question is, which defense are they going to go? Edge, D-line, safety, corner? Oh, boy. You know what? It's a pick I want just because I do. It's my favorite position out there. So I'm going to give him a guy that I want to root for. I'll give him Starks, safety out of Georgia. By far the best safety in the draft. Not very many safeties this year. So I'll give him Starks. Malachi Starks, Georgia to Detroit at 28.
Paired with Branch, that's going to be nasty. Commanders are next up, the 29th pick. I'm going to give them, since they already got offensive line help, they already signed Deebo Samuel. I'm going to give them the edge, James Pierce Jr. out of Tennessee.
I like it.
And that brings me to the Buffalo Bills. I kind of wanted Malachi Starks here. So I'm going to take next best available safety, Nick Emanwuri out of South Carolina.
I'm running out of picks, so I'm going to have to block that one.
Oof.
He might be the better pick for Detroit anyways. Is Branch a free or a strong?
Strong, I believe.
Okay, never mind,
Free, I don't know.
Because Emanwuri is 6'3", 220.
He's massive.
It's a big boy.
It's a big boy. It's Cam Chancellor.
Yeah. I would love
Yes.
that at Detroit. Sorry, Lions.
We will keep a DB, but we'll go corner. We'll go Maxwell Hairston. Do we take him yet? No.
Nope.
Okay. Corner, Kentucky.
That's too bad. I was trying to get Joshy another target to throw to. Sorry, Josh. I tried.
That brings us to Ben's Chiefs. Ben, what do you think? I see what they need. What do you think their biggest need is?
I know what their biggest need is offensive tackle. Offensive tackle,
okay.
offensive guard.
Give him Jackson Dart. Good insurance policy.
Oh, boy.
I keep seeing people like, oh, they need help on the D-line. I'm like, God, how many dudes do we freaking need, dude? Jeez.
Yeah, people say quarterback for Detroit literally every single year. We
Yeah.
haven't needed a quarterback since 2008.
Okay, I'll go with the Chiefs. We'll go guard. Also out of Ohio State, Donovan Jackson. 6'4", 315, big boy for the Chiefs. I do not believe he was selected.
No, he wasn't. All right, Eagles. There's a pretty obvious joke here, but I'm gonna leave that one go. I'm gonna take the big guy. I'm gonna take Nick Imanwari out of South Carolina.
Oh, sorry, he's not out of Georgia. Can't go to Philly.
Oh, you're right. You're right. See, Malachi Starks was gone, man.
Yeah. God damn it, Starks is 100% going into the Eagles now.
Yeah,
Flip those
okay.
picks.
Yeah.
Flip the Detroit.
We'll flip them. Anyone have any more superpowers? Flip them.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. Maybe they'll look for Jackson Dart now that they can't do the tush push, or if they can't do the tush push.
It's true. I don't know. Kenny Pickett looked pretty good losing the ball over nothing. I don't know about you guys. Not a lot of surprise in this draft for me. There's not a lot of people I would be angry didn't get drafted. A lot of people have Matthew Golden going early, like top 15 early. I don't really think he's a first round guy. You guys obviously didn't either. Luther Burden and Jaden Higgins, I think, could sneak in there. I think they're both pretty talented guys. I could like Higgins to like Baltimore. I think that'd be a pretty nice fit there. But like the rest of the guys on offense, I think that's pretty much how we're going to see it. I don't see a third running back going. And then the defenders that we got, I think that those are the good ones. I think that we nailed this one.
Is Golden the guy that said he was going to run a 4.1 and ran like a 4.6?
I don't know if it was a 4.6, but
Because I wouldn't touch that guy with a 10-foot pole. That dude has no self-awareness.
What about Bond? You want the other Texas receiver?
Or what, was it him? Was he the one that ran?
I think Golden was the one that ran, right?
Was it? Okay.
But Bond, I think, is the one running from the law currently. Or was, sorry.
They're all running nowadays.
But yeah, Ben, I do agree. I will have some draft props and bets coming for you guys in the next couple of weeks, but I do agree. I think the top 5 is pretty much everywhere you look. It's pretty much set in stone, unless something crazy happens, which obviously can happen on draft night. But potentially a top 5 exact pick of Ward, Hunter, Carter, Campbell, Graham. I've seen like 15 mock drafts with that exact same order. Also, I do think there is going to be value in three plus or over 2.5 quarterbacks selected first round. I can maybe see Cleveland trading back up to get Hunter as well as a Jackson Dart or something like that. No idea what Pittsburgh's going to do or a couple other teams. So that could possibly be a prop. But more props and bets coming. So stay tuned for articles, videos over at Better and Green as we approach draft day.
Ethan, anything for you?
Yeah. Hold me to it. I'm not betting the draft this year. I need you guys to hold me to that because it's just dumpster fire every single year that I do it.
Anyways,
I'll draft someone to get drafted over 7.5, picked 7th. Every year.
I did get wrecked last year. I think I won one for like 19
Same.
on bets. Yeah.
I think I won on JJ, and that was it. And it was like over 5.5 or something. So here's projected.
Yeah. Penix picked at 9, ruined me.
Yeah. I had Rattler exact team, and I was just watching like middle afternoon, day 2 of where Rattler was going to go, or day 3. Didn't go where I picked him to.
The NFL draft is brutal. Ethan, he's saying that he's not going to pick. You see his name on Twitter right underneath his video, eBainBridge26. Make sure you follow him so you do see those plays that he does end up placing anyways. Make sure you follow all of us. Follow Better and Green. And once again, if you guys play fantasy football, head over to bettergreen.com. I have player profile articles coming out for everybody. I'm waiting till after the draft. I'm getting the back end done right now. And after the draft, once we know where they're going, I'm giving you guys the look for the fit on the team and where you guys should be drafting them. So guys, once again, bettergreen.com. And we'll see you guys next week for the Kentucky Derby. It's always one of our biggest shows. And also, got to give Wyatt his flowers. Called the outright winner last year.
True.
The Japanese piss missile?
That was 2 years ago.
Who won it last year? Mage was also 2 years ago.
Is the sprinkle guy. The one that said, if it's
Oh,
sprinkling,
yeah.
sprinkle
Oh,
something on
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't actually bet it in real life. Yeah, damn it. Because it was raining. And he
was
God
like
damn
the
it, I called that.
biggest underdog or
Yeah.
something like that. Like he was way, way down there.
Damn. Yeah. One of my favorite episodes of the year. So stay
Yeah.
tuned for that one.
Yeah.
Too.
I gotta find a new outfit.
Me too. You got a week, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. We'll
new
see you
hat.
guys next week for that episode. Peace, guys.
Later, guys.
See you guys.
You better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome to Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? Listen in and cash out. That's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spot from the bottom to the top. Hey, shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome to our podcast. Better in Green.